A very good morning to you. I wanted to take some time today to work with the new moon. We have a new moon in Pisces. I like working with the new moon because it's a quiet energy. The full moon is perfect for what it is. It's a loud energy, a great propelling energy. The new moon, I love to work with this type of expression of the feminine. And, you know, yes, I've got my gong here today, as I usually do for this group. While I do the causal body sound harmonization every couple of weeks, I usually say to people, you know, just skip forward. If you're watching me on recording, skip forward a few minutes, get past the preamble. But actually, I'd invite you to, I think there are some things that are worth saying about this particular new moon and how you can work with it, because the word opportunity keeps coming to me about it. So, oh yes, we've got a new moon in Pisces, and with a new moon you've got a clear slate, don't you? A clear slate for the next few weeks as it builds up and builds up and builds up. And so we want to work with the positive expressions, positive Piscean expressions. And every astrological sign, of course, has its balance and imbalance, because I don't like to think of positive and negative. That's not really how things are, but balance and imbalance. And so with Pisces, we have qualities like taking a leap of faith. Taking a leap of faith, we have accepting our imperfections, and I will speak a bit more about that in a minute. It's a really important area. To work with Piscean energy, we want to do things that are restorative. Ideally, this is okay. We've got a whole 2, 3, 4 days of this new moon window to do something restorative for yourself. And you might be like me, you know what you need to do to bring yourself more into balance. You know what that 1, 2, 3 things is, but it's always getting kind of pushed down the list, you know. So if we're making an effort for this new moon period, then we're going to do that thing, that one thing, that 2 thing. We're going to get that thing that's going to help us be more at ease in our body. We're going to do that thing. We're going to switch the phone off or whatever it is. Another couple of things about the Piscean energy in its balanced expression, okay, is visualizing. Using our visualizing sense, sharing what it is that we want to do and intend to do with the right people, okay? Want to share with the right people. Share with the wrong people, they suck it out. They draw and suck the creative energy out. Share with the right people, not only do they magnify it, but they hold it as well. They hold it as well. Because just like a crystal, okay? Just like a crystal, we can give a crystal our intention, and the crystal will remember it when we forget, because we go in and out, don't we? We think we hold a vision and then we get distracted. Then we hold a vision when we get distracted, and the crystal can keep holding it. Share a dream with the right person, and she or he will have that in their hearts and mind when you don't, okay? So that's another way to work with Piscean energies. And the last thing to say is about vulnerability. Vulnerability, what did someone say? It's the new sexy, isn't it? Vulnerability. You know, vulnerability is not oversharing. Vulnerability is not making someone else uncomfortable because you can't handle your own. Vulnerability is power, it is powerful, it is empowerment. Vulnerability is being responsible for what you feel and why you're sharing it, okay? So let me just offer those to you as ways to work with the Piscean energy in a balanced way. Here we are at the new moon, we've got a clearer slate. Just a couple of astrological things I'll point out. There's this Saturn square Uranus for well, it's really diminishing now, but it's been for 2 or 3 weeks. And with that, we've got this odd juxtaposition of wanting stability and wanting to move forward, wanting constancy and wanting change, right? It's things that don't sit too well together, but that's it. And I could say it's a very human experience. In the tarot, card number 15 is all about that. It's all about the spirit striving forwards constantly but our ego, which just wants life to stay as it is, pulling against it. And that tug of war gets harder and harder and harder, and the spirit is always going to win. Always going to win. The ego is louder, but the spirit always wins that. Okay, getting away from, just moving on from astrological stuff. A word that's just kept coming into my awareness this week is the word visibility. Visibility. I know I've just said vulnerability, that's a good word. Another word, visibility. Visibility, about being seen. Being seen. And if you're being seen, you're not hiding. And it's not just about other people seeing us and allowing ourselves to be seen, it's allowing ourselves to see what's going on inside us. If there is a focus for this work I'm going to do this morning, it's about our conscious expression. And if I talk about my conscious expression has nothing to do with anyone. My conscious expression is my own business, and so is yours, and all of yours. And so if we think about the conscious life, which is where I'm getting to here, it's our relationship with ourselves. What are we letting ourselves see? What are we not letting ourselves see about us? That I want to offer to you as something to reflect on as we go through this. And what is this? What are we doing today? So with the new moon, which is, I say, a quiet energy, it's a feminine emanation, right? As I would say all things are, or that's where all things come from. The way I work with the gong for these new moon occasions is I use it like, you've all heard, I'm sure, shamanic drumming somewhere. I use it like that. And so I'm very lightly using the gong in a rhythmic way. Not slamming it, not pounding it, not doing whale sounds, none of that. This gong that I have here, it's got a note to it. And so I like to use that because this work, the new moon, it's about creating an environment for you to have your experience. So I'm going to say very little. Usually there are some sounds that come through my voice box that go with this. But I'm just going to open up the energy now, let it do its thing, let you have your experience. If there is anything to say at the end, I shall do. But this is simple. This is supposed to be simple. So why don't you take a breath with me, please? I'm very grateful for you joining me this morning, by the way. As we say, Holy Mother, Father, God, Goddess, call to the very dear presence within us and around us and through us. We connect to the Earth Mother below us, to the Father Sky above us. We welcome angelic presence around us, that we can sit in clear and safe, open, sacred space. We welcome our higher self to direct us, that which is the flow, amplified by the new moon, can become clear to us. I call forth the highest good of our time together this morning, with gratitude to all that have joined. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. So I invite you to take a breath, make yourself comfortable. There's nothing you need to do, nothing you need to watch. Let's just have our eyes closed together for a moment or two here, please. If you feel an oscillation, a vibration that comes through you in this moment, just give some more attention to that now. The gift of our conscious experience is that we can give form to that. We can give action to that. We can make things happen with that. And so it behooves us to look at how we do that. What a conscious life truly looks like. How honest and authentic we are with ourselves. The similarity between our public and private expression. Knowing that we're not in a rush. Trusting our spirit, trusting our choices. Because we want to be happy with who we are, what we have, how we walk and express in our community, and all of these things. And the more that we do this ourselves, the more we're going to see it around us. The gift of the new moon is that we can let this come to us. We don't have to think. We shouldn't have to think. We see what's being presented to us to work with for the month. Let's take a deep breath. Say thank you very much for joining me this morning. This is the 13th today, so in a week Lewis and I will be giving a class, The Gift of the Elements. It's actually a two-part class, and the second part is going to be the week after, so feel free to join us for that. I have an offer on at the moment. It's a 50% discount on soul songs that I create for people, so reach out to me if you would like that. Otherwise, I want to wish you a wonderful weekend. We got some cloudy weather here in Kansas, but I think we needed some rain. Have a wonderful weekend. Love to you, your families, everything that's important to you, and I will see you again very soon.